to the superstars. Let me see who got a birthday out there. Let me see. Happy birthday, Renee. Hey, yeah. Also, shout out to my man Boo in the building. And JJ Smith is here too. Yeah. Birthday. Linda and Kathy and Lester got a birthday, y'all. Grown folk style. Hi, Jeannie.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to... No, I hear it. That's all. I don't want to be too loud and make it. Welcome to the Ouch Girl Show. Don't y'all hear that?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So anyway, let me just lower my voice. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Ouch Girl Show. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us. I have an amazing power couple on here with me. They are newlyweds. So before I get into that, though, y'all know I told y'all for the new year, every time I come on, every Sunday, I always go over Out Girl. Because people are like, well, what's Out Girl? What it do? What it is? What it be? So, real quick, Out Girl Apparel. So it's a clothing line, right? And that's how it all got started. Out Girl Apparel represents the empowered woman. This empowered woman has struggled, experienced setbacks and challenges, yet she still persisted, okay? She is the powerhouse behind flourishing businesses, prosperous companies, yes, successful organizations, and happy households, okay? She exemplifies excellence. Y'all know this is a crown. She exemplifies excellence, tenacity, and grace. She exudes self-confidence. So she wears Ouch Girl, and she's an empowered woman. I'm going to say this every time I come on here. So when I say recite it to me, you guys know this by heart. Okay? So anyway, I have an amazing couple here with me. They are smart, intelligent, bright. They are newlyweds, like I said before. They just got married, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I saw the pictures. They were beautiful, like seriously. It was awesome, 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 awesome. So this is Miss T. Audra. Did I say it right?
Yep, that's correct.
Because I be like Tia and TT and all type. You did?
T. Audra.
And T. Audra. And her husband, this is Mr. Terry. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, look, I said, and this is Terry, so it's T. Audra and Terry. And they have a business called TNT Growth Project. So that's Terry and T. and T. Audra. TNT Growth Project.
That's correct.
And I have them over because I really want them to go into what it is, what they do, what they provide, how they do it, where did it come from, where they get started. Because, I'm really on to people's creativity, where they come with the idea. Because, I really promote jumping. Like you might have this creative idea and then people tell you, well, no, you got to go to school, or nothing's wrong with school. So I always say that. Or no, you got to put all your ducks in a row. If I waited to do Outskirts with all my ducks in a row, y'all would have been maybe 65, 75. I jumped. I totally jumped. I learned as I go. It's my passion. And since I jumped, doors have been opening left and right, and I'm extremely grateful. Wow. So I'm going to just leave it at that. Yes, I have made mistakes, but see, I don't get mad at mistakes because they enlighten me. So then I know what to do next time. So that's not a problem for me. So anyway, we're going to get into it. So here is Tiandra and Terry, the newlyweds. So what's going on? Let's So we're going to get into it. So the first question I have to ask is, how did it get started? Where did the idea come from? Just throw it on me. Just go ahead.
Well, okay, so when we met, we realized that our God-given purpose did align. It was amazing. So I enjoy coaching people, individuals, and also the youth, and so does he. But he does it on more so a motivational standpoint. Mm-hmm. So he actually came up with the name Growth Project. This was something that he wanted to start for young males initially, and then we decided after a few months, after dating and just we got engaged, and we're like, hey, we're on the same purpose together. Let's combine it. So that's how we came up with TNT. Of course, it stands for Tiandra and Taylor.
I love it.
And the Growth Project was his name that he came up with, and I just thought that name is so powerful, Growth Project, because that's exactly what we stand for, just growth and growing.
Correct, because, as she stated, life is all about growth. Yes. And sometimes in order to grow, you have to see what areas you need to grow in. And I come as the motivational speaker, with the youth and, those that's, quote unquote troubled kids, or those type of youth where people count them out. Because I myself been in group homes since I was 4 years old.
Really?
Yes, but through the grace of God, he always had his hand on me. So I'm the type of person, if I'm out here and I'm succeeding, I like to give back and speak to those and say, hey, I didn't forget about you, and I know how it feels to be counted out. So that's what growth is all about.
And see, and I love that, because then when you tell someone that, hey, I forget about you, then people pay that forward. They be like, what, someone cared about me. Now it's time my turn to get back and let me care about them, and it's like a domino effect, and that is awesome.
Yeah.
So that makes me very happy. Yay! So that's how it started. That's how we came up with the name. So now after that, it's like, all right, now let's start putting it out there. Let's start putting. So what do you do? What do you offer? Like what? Because I see the videos, because I follow them on Instagram, Instagram and Facebook, or just Instagram. I think
we're more active on Instagram.
Okay, because I saw
and YouTube.
Yes. So you have a YouTube channel?
Yep, we have a YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm gonna have y'all spread all that love at the yes. Okay, so they have all that, and this is awesome. I know on the Instagram, I do follow them, and they always periodically putting up videos and putting up words of inspiration, and I see it, and I'll be like, yes, love. So it's good stuff. So what do you offer? Does someone seek you out for what, or do you go? Because I know he said it's a growth project with the youth too. So go ahead and break it down.
So what we offer right now, we offer coaching. Me being the certified life coach, him being the powerful motivational speaker. He motivates me so much. That's why I get excited when I say that. And then we just implemented a mentoring program. So I focus more on teenage girls ages 12 to 18, mainly. Of course, teenage moms, because I was a 14-year-old mom, as many of my followers already know by now. So that's important to me, to reach out to teenage mothers. And he focuses on
more so the youth, but also when I speak, to be totally honest with you, I like to speak abroad. I really believe in my heart that everybody needs motivation. each and every day we all got, certain situations where we, we struggle with, addictions. It might be, heartbreak. It might be, trust issues. So at the end of the day, it might be, let's just keep it real. You don't want to go to work, your boss getting on your nerves.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, we all need, motivation to kind of get over that stuck place in our lives. So when I speak abroad, so it can tailor the youth. It can tailor those that's, 25 to 40 years old. But I like to, reach out to people, in general, as far as I just need, need motivational, period. But I do specialize with the youth because, again, I've been in that shoes.
Yeah.
As I I apologize, as I stated recently, at the end of the day, when I was growing up, going through certain life situations, I didn't really want to hear the people that was coming from school or so-called had a degree. Because they would go through one ear out another. I'm like, who you talking to? And we can, feel it in the beginning, like, you don't know what I'm going through.
That's the first thing we say.
Right, so at the end of the day, I like to, register those because it's more authentic. And I can say, hey, I know what it feel like to cry at night, I know what it feel like to go to school and you ain't got no fresh clothes on, I know what it feel like to not know your mother or father, not even know what they look like. You can walk right past them, So I like to keep it real, and I like to, motivate those that's actually going through real life situations like that,
Yeah, and he's really good at it. He really is.
So when you speak, are you speaking at engagements at schools? Because when you say abroad, do you go to different places, or this when? So it's more like just speaking to a vast majority of individuals, different age ranges when we say abroad. And they know you're coming, like they know that you're going to be present, so then they just make themselves available to come.
Exactly. Right. That is how it works.
Okay.
That is exactly how it works.
Because I want to come to one, so I'm just,
we'll
we'll
definitely. We were planning on doing a speaking engagement fairly soon. So we will definitely let everybody know.
Okay, that makes me happy. Okay. Because I'll bring,
Yeah.
Okay. This is good stuff. Okay. All right, y'all. So anyway, this is, like I say, once again, TNT Growth Project. And what they're doing is, to me, I'm just going to give my opinion, they're helping people grow. And that's exact words they use. Helping people grow, helping people find themselves. Mr. Terry.
Yes, right.
And I was talking earlier, and I was saying being at one with yourself, self-awareness, and he automatically got it as soon as I said it. And I'm like, yes. And to me, just like he knows that when you're at one with yourself and when you're aware of yourself, aware of your body, at one with your body, when I say that is like what is that? That is a
necessity, a life necessity. I mean, come on, it's a must-have.
It's a right, and I just feel I don't want to say a weapon, but you're just something not to be messed with when you're aware and at one with yourself. Someone come along, you be like, no, not today.
Right, and you know your purpose.
Yep.
And when you know your purpose, can't nobody take that away from you.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm sorry. You see, I get you know how I get real excited.
Exactly.
Do y'all hear that? Say it one more time, Terry. Look at the camera. Say it again.
You know your purpose. Can't nobody take it away from you.
That's right.
You can't get it in no school. You can't get it in no trade program.
At all.
When you know your purpose, that's what God gave you as as far as a blessing, and can't nobody take it away from you.
At all. And that's why I try to tell people when people, with me doing a clothing line and things I do, they be like, well, so many people are ever doing a clothing line. Oh, why would you ask someone to come to the show to do a clothing? It's enough love and success for everybody.
That's right.
Somebody might not like my clothes. That's fine. Someone may say that's too expensive. Then it's not for you. I'm not mad at you. Then it's just not for you.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Okay, then here go another young woman, or here go another woman that does this. Do you like hers? That's no problem with me. I have no problem because it's enough to go around.
Exactly.
Period. So when he says when you know your purpose, your purpose, somebody might like your flow, somebody might like your swag, somebody might like, so you just go from there.
Right.
What we're going to do is take a break right quick, and then I'm going to come back because I got some more questions I want to ask y'all. Be back.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so what else do you got? Hey. We are so back. We have a lot of stuff that we need to talk about, so we just want to make sure that we had, because we can be all over the place because there's so much to talk and there's so much services that they give. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that both of them, they talk to a lot of children. Mr. Terry talked to a lot of children, especially within, group home and so forth, but we're going to get to that. But I just want to let y'all know, people, if y'all need someone to come out and talk to the young girls, to the young men, within the age range that they do a lot of different ages. Yeah. So you're going to get the information and you'll be able to call them up. That's so the first thing we're going to talk about, oh my gosh, I had it here. Go ahead, TT. What did you say? The life coaching and what it entails and how do you,
So basically the average person that comes to life coaches, that comes to see a life coach is actually seeking some type of help in some aspect of their lives. It's important to understand that sometimes we can become the most destructive person in our own life.
Yes.
And that's when you do want to seek a professional. There are coping mechanisms that we learned as young adults in our childhood, coping mechanisms that helped us and protected us back then 10, 15 years ago, maybe even in that last relationship. These coping mechanisms may no longer be suitable today.
Right.
And so you will find individuals in repetitive cycles of toxic relationships, repetitive cycles of setting goals and not accomplishing them. And a lot of this is due to a mind frame that at one point in time in your life, it was fine, it worked for you, that protective wall that you built up as a kid and that protected you from getting hurt and things of that nature. It worked back then, but now it's destroying your life.
Yeah.
And so I come in as the life coach to help that person get unstuck, to help them move along in life and get from where they are now to where they want to be. And that's very, very important. And I think in this day and age, a lot of people look down upon therapy and going to see a psychiatrist. They don't want to seem like they're going crazy. And even though I do have my degree in psychology, I steered towards life coaching because it's less less intimidating.
The word, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's less intimidating. I'm coming to you as a professional, but as we stated before in our last podcast that we did a while back, I also come to you as co-equals. And
yes.
I come to give you that second pair of lens that just helps you see things in a different way. You'd be surprised how many people just need somebody that's not biased, somebody that is not connected to your friends and family. We all have girlfriends, but sometimes you need somebody that's not connected to anybody.
I know.
That doesn't know your history, and they can really see you better than you see yourself at times. So that's what my program is all about. I tailor my life coaching program per individual to that individual. So you could have a coaching session that only lasts 2 or 3 sessions and you're good to go. And depending on the situation, you can have a client that comes in and we may have to meet with each other once a month or once every other week for the next 6 months. So it really depends. I tailor each client coach,
I like that.
session to that individual, depending on what they go through. But it's all about getting that help. It's all about helping you to overcome, and it's all about helping you to accomplish those goals that you've set out for yourself.
Love it. And there's something that you have said, because you say we're the ones that normally, like when I always tell people, get out of your own way. When you keep pointing the finger, well, he did this to me, she did. Okay, now it's time for you to get out of your own way.
Yeah.
Stop pointing fingers at everybody else, because you're the only one that's standing in your way.
And that's amazing that you even said that, because one thing that I learned personally is that everything that we go through it's never a reflection of the other person. Mm-hmm. You attract certain energies because of what you give off. So if you attract loveless relationships, you know it. You know how.
No, when you say attract, I'm all about it.
You be laughing every time.
It's like that energy. It's you so right, Mama. That energy that attracts you, attracting that to you. You gotta let that stuff go. You can't. Yeah. Like she says, you're the one that's doing it. You can't blame. Keep going, Mama. I'm sorry, because you preaching.
but so that's the thing. You can't. When I learned that was the most powerful thing that I ever learned as an individual. Everything that happens in my life is a result of the energy that I'm putting off, whether good or bad. So if I'm getting a whole bunch of bad energy, I have to do a self-check. I have to reevaluate what I'm focusing on, what I'm believing in. Oh my gosh, your belief system is so important because you know, energy, your life goes where your energy flows. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and your thoughts become reality. You know, thoughts become reality. So I can go on and on.
No,
my purpose.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because I got goosebumps. I'm sorry, I got goosebumps because everything you're saying, I say it to people, and some people get offended when I say it to them, and I'm like, you know, that's your fault, right? And they be like, what are you? And I'm like, okay, let me see if I can say it a different way.
Yeah.
And see, to me, that's her. See, that's her thing. Because she knows how to come at it at a different perspective. I'm like, well, that was her fault because you attracted it and blah. Then when somebody said it to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did, you know.
Exactly.
So, but I understand that. That is awesome. Is attention goes where energy flows. You know, if you walking around, I hate my job. I hate my job. They get on my nerves at my job. Be without a job for a good 2 weeks and then see how much you hate your job.
Oh, man.
Hello.
Right.
And that's all it is. I had people that come to me, I got to go to work. And I said, well, how did you feel when you didn't have a job? They said it was so depressing. I said, now you put a smile on your face and you take yourself right to work.
That's right. That's right.
They were like, you know what? I didn't even look at it that way. I said, exactly. So that's how you have to look at it. Mama, that was awesome. Because you not get hyped off of something like that. So check your energy because I do the same thing. And I will tell her that. And she knows. See, like, what is your astrology? Okay, anyway. So what I'm saying when she says check your energy, that is so true because there's times I'm not perfect. Yeah. I'll have an attitude and I'll know it. I'll know it's off. And there's a couple of friends that I know I can call, and they'll put me back. They'll be like, well, Ebony, what? So then I'll be like, you know what, breathe. And if I know I'm about to come around a group of people, I make sure I remove myself because I think it's unfair and selfish for me to take that negative energy and take it to a group of people.
Exactly.
That's dead wrong. That's not something you should do. So I know if I'm in that bad space, I will remove myself, and I'll go breathe, and I'll be like, all is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come, and I'm safe. And then I'll breathe, and I'll be like, okay, now let's get back in the game. So that's
powerful what you just said. See,
I
that
know,
got me excited.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you know that your negative energy is going to change the atmosphere
and you can't
of the
do
room.
that.
But some places you go, like at work, you can't. You're there. You can't run away from these energies. So you got to learn how to protect your space. Yeah. Because if not, your emotions is just going to go with the wind, depending on who's having a bad day, the boss having a bad day. So you have to know how to take yourself out of that situation and really, really, protect your energy. Like you said, my energy is going to transfer onto him. We talk about that all the time, don't we? About transferring energy. Like he will come home so many days like, I'm like, how was your day, babe? He's like, I'm not even going to take that energy up in here. We're going to stop right here.
I love that, though.
Right.
But the fact that he notices it.
Yeah. He's good at it.
Yeah.
He really
That's
is.
awesome. Because somebody asked me, I'd be like, girl, guess what happened? Oh, my God, I did this. I said, but you know what? Out of that, maybe I lost it for a reason. I said, because maybe something was about to happen, and there was a reason why I lost it. I've been enlightened now. Thank you. Let's keep it moving because I can't stay on it. Because I feel if you stay in that negative aspect, more negative things is coming because you keep on attracting.
It's
so
like
I'm
a magnet. Right. Yep. You keep attracting.
Oh my gosh, you are awesome. So that's what the life coaching does. So she said that Audra. She does the life coaching, and like she said, she goes by the nature of the person. She goes on that person, what level they're on, what's going on in their life at that time. And that's how when you come and sit down, they ask questions. She asks questions. She want to see where you at. You just be open. But life coaching, I think that's the best thing, even for me. Even though you hear me talking positive, I'm still learning. I listen to y'all. I wake up in the morning. I got my inspiration on YouTube. So while I'm getting dressed, brushing my teeth, and I'm looking in the mirror and looking dead at myself in my eyes and telling how great I am and what I'm doing today and how my day is going to be productive. I don't play no games in these streets.
You can't.
So you see me right. We don't play no games in these streets. I just feel that we can't afford to be. I can't. I got too many things that I want to do that I am going to do. Right. So I can't afford to be negative. That's money time. That's money. That's waste of time for me.
Say that again.
How does Kermit the Frog do his tea and he drinks it? How he do his tea? He be like, I'm serious. Yes. So that's the life coaching. So then the next thing we're going to talk about, I know we're doing, is it the husband and wife one or the ideal? No, we did the ideal person. No, because he got to do the motivation. We doing the husband and wife thing, or we going to talk about him because he goes and does a lot of stuff.
He does the motivational speaking.
Right. So I do
because of what he been through.
Yes.
Exactly, correct. So I do the motivational speaking of it because, as you stated, what I've been through. So I like to tailor to my audience as far as, again, the youth. For those, again, that's I like to go back to group homes and speak to the kids and see how they day going. Some people may not feel like going to school that day. They may have bullies and stuff like that. So I like to really be in tune with my audience and to really see how they day going, because sometimes a child or the youth may say, nobody even asked me how my day was today.
And I like that because that's just a start.
Right. So I like to take myself out the equation and, focus my energy on, tell me about yourself and, how can we overcome those, struggles that you're going through, and stuff like that.
See, that makes me happy because then when you say, the first thing that you come and ask somebody, how was your day? I had a lady on here, we was talking about depression and suicide, and I can't remember her name, I'm so sorry. But she said when she just, instead of asking people, how you doing, she'd be like, how's your heart? And she said they'll stop and be like,
Yeah.
And she said because they catch them off, because if somebody asks me how my heart, I'm like, usually you'll be like, how you doing, how was your day? But then she was like, no, how's your heart? And I'm like, uh-oh. It's awesome. Or some people might not be feeling. And I did catch someone on guard. I did ask him, and they was like, and he paused, and he was like, you know what, I'm going through some stuff because I lost my job, and I'm trying to get a new job, and I got a family to take care of. Yeah. He said, so that's where I'm at right now. And then after that, I just like, well, you know what, let's use some words of affirmation, and let's make sure that this job, and he was so delighted afterwards. I was like, yes. So, no, that's good stuff. How's your heart? And I'm just paying that forward because someone told me, and I thought it was an awesome question to ask. So for all of y'all out there, whatever, that was a good question. So let me tell y'all something. The thing that Mr. Terry does, the motivation, he speaks to kids and people because of what he's been through. Yeah. He's been through the foster care system.
You went through? Correct. So I actually been, in and out of foster care also since I was.
Since you were 4 years old.
Yes.
Okay. That's a lot. Okay, because I just know how foster homes.
Correct. I don't let it make or break me.
I know that's right.
Life is all about, people don't want to hear the story. The whoa, why me? What I like to do is let that be, strength to help me to get to the next level.
Yes.
Use that negative into, a positive.
You change it into a positive.
Right. Change the whole dynamic on it.
So this is what I wanted to tell y'all. You just understand, if you have like speaking in engagements, you have kids. I know a lot of y'all because I follow a lot of y'all. I can start shouting out y'all names, but a lot of y'all speak to children. A lot of y'all work with the children all day long in Baltimore City, D.C., everywhere. This is what he does. He comes in, he motivates because he's been through it. He's not someone with the certificate or, like you said, the educational background, but never been through it, and then come and trying to tell everybody how they should live their life. And I'm not taking it away from the people that got their degrees.
Exactly.
You did an awesome job. But what I'm saying is that he's been through it. So any type of speaking engagement, or you need someone who's been through all of that, and you want them to come speak to the children. You want them to come see how they doing, or just give a story. Be like, look, this is what I went through, but look how I am now. I'm standing, I'm still strong, and I'm doing the dang on thing in these streets. That's what he does. So we're going to make sure we give the information. I always give y'all the information, emails, and the how to follow them, and phone numbers or whatever to make sure you can get in touch with them. But that's what they do. Life coach, motivational coach, talking with the children, knowing what they're going through. How are you doing today? How was your day yesterday? You know what? Somebody might be on the brink of suicide to carrying a weapon and doing stuff they have no bad. But if someone stops them and say, how are you? And they might open the bag, you know what, I had a bad day, and I was going to actually do this because my day or my week was so bad because of what happened. So when schools and, I was just making sure I did everything.
And that's the good thing about what he does, is because one thing that he's always so modest about is his transition into becoming
I know, because you see him, because
he's
so, I know, modest, he is. We over here cackling.
That's his humility.
He just as calm.
I gas him up more than he does. And I love doing it, not because he's my husband, but he's my best friend.
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's awesome.
He is so modest, but he actually almost, not only did he do a very good job with raising himself, well, God, of course, protecting him along the way, but he went through a period of darkness when he was a youth. So that's why he can resonate. So he doesn't resonate because, I went through foster care. There are people who went through foster care and didn't have this parent, or the parent was on drugs, and they, still went to college, and he had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing.
And it is because he's so quiet and modest about it. You know, you and I over here get goosebumps and falling out of our chairs almost. And he just over there, yes, and I've been through this and I can do this. But I love it. You are modest.
And that's the cool thing about him. And he doesn't only tailor to youth, although that's his passion, his God-given, God is pulling him in that direction. But he also motivates, like literally adults to me, and I'm hard to motivate, okay? Because I'm a Capricorn woman, and it's not that I'm hard to motivate, but it's just that it's hard to really resonate with me not because I think I know everything, but because I'm so spiritually led. I'm like, I'll go to God. But he has such a strong connection with God. Like,
I love it.
Everything we go through, he's like, I got to pray about it first. And I'm like, why can't you just get it out?
But I love it. He was like, I got to pray about it. Let me be right back. You know how people gather in the church, they put their finger up.
That's
Let me go. I'll be right back.
Yeah, trying to be shy-minded about it. Oh, no.
I'm sorry. No, but I like that. I really like that. I love how you, like when I say when couples are together, you compliment each other. Right. So to me, that is awesome. My thing is, I'm sorry, here's something. I'm going to go on a break because, see, there's more questions I got to ask because y'all got too much juice. There's just too much positive stuff going on here, and you know I get so excited. So we're going to go on break, and we're going to come back with all this positive reinforcements. Y'all me positive reinforcements.
One in the DMV should go without a coat this winter. So we partnered with Star Imports dealership for this year's annual coat drive. If you have an old or gently used coat that can still be worn, drop it off with us. Vox Wave Studios at 4711 Off Place, Suitland, Maryland, and give the gift of warmth to somebody in need in the DMV.
6 o'clock p.m. Message in my DM. You said you just got out of work. You really wanna slide through, and I know I wanna see you. Damn right. Vegas on, boy, choice the ladders to the ceiling. Pandora set to Jodeci. Boy, you gotta hit the fast lane, 'cause my body's in a frenzy. When you get here, better say my name. Say my name. Better say my name. Don't wanna hear no back talk excuses. Just lay back, let's do this. I'm taking full control. Just better say my name. Better say my out them streets, boy, but when you hit these sheets, no, tonight I'm gonna keep it trill. I'm just in that boss mode, and you're gonna like how this goes down. I appreciate the way you hold it down when G's do, so you know I'm gonna treat you right. Just wanna hear you say my name. Better say my name. Better say my name. Don't wanna hear no back talk excuses. Just lay back, let's do this. Tonight I'm in full control. Just say say my. I'll give it up 'cause I want to, and I never take it back 'cause I want you. We can do it, chop and screw it like it's new, or take our time, bump the ground like the old school. Let you beat it up in the Cadillac, 'cause with the arch in my back, I can take that. Intermission in the kitchen is a no, but we can grind from the side in the studio. It's a ill thing, we in full swing, no measuring up 'cause it be off the chain. But tonight, just relax, I'm ahead of the game. Let it out, baby, what's my
some music. Did y'all hear that while we was on break? Do they hear that too, Ron? That music on the back? That was. I need to find out what that was. So anyway, we are back. So what we're going to talk about now is okay. So my question to y'all. So they're newlyweds, and I just want to know, how is that being newlyweds? Number one, because I know you said that's your best friend. So y'all are best friends. Awesome. But being newlyweds. Working together, because I know people to be like, working my husband, working my dad. Hell with y'all. I'm not working with. No, they be like, I am not working. I've done that before. I was married before and married for 11 years, and we worked together, and it was awesome. We was in the street. We was killing it. And when I say in the streets, y'all, not nothing bad in the streets. Well, I'm just saying that we actually did pretty. It wasn't a problem. Like, we were tag teaming, just getting it in. So my question is, how is that going for y'all with the being newlyweds, and then also having that business together and working together, seeing each other every day, every night, even every waking second.
Well,
how is that?
To start off, is to be totally again honest, it's a blessing. At the end of the day, again, like we state, this is my best friend. So to come home to her every day and to see that, pretty smart, to say, hey, honey, how was your day and stuff like that, it's really a blessing, because I didn't have that, growing up. Again, to say, hey, how was your day today? And, you want to talk about anything. So for me to be able to keep it real with something I don't like to do, quote unquote, to be vulnerable with her, to say, hey, I know I can really trust her and put my ideas and my thoughts in her hands, and she don't take advantage of it or criticize me.
Exactly.
It's a blessing. So I learned, if God gives you a blessing, you have to cherish it and you have to take care of it. So as long as I have breath in my body, I will continue to cherish it, because when you do it that way and you let God lead you, He will continue to let it grow and feed it and the seeds
and prosper
and prosper, as you stated also. So it's pretty cool to work with your best friend, because again, we have an awesome relationship. We don't take anything personal. We might have disagreements, but as long as it's all about respect.
Yes.
And I respect her decisions and I respect her viewpoint on things, and say, hey, it ain't all about me. We are a team, and she is, she has a point also. She has a voice also.
Oh, I know TT do.
Right. And she could be, very opinionated at times. So, right. As long as I just, respect her decisions and, things of that nature, it always pan out.
See, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Now, so he told this part. So how do you feel? Is it the same thing? Because I think it's a blessing as well for y'all to compliment each other very well. Like, you're feeding off each other's energy. The energy comes together. And like he said, that is an absolute blessing. But this is what love is. That's what love and marriage is. Being a complementary to each other, which I had to learn.
Exactly.
Which I've learned now. So. Yeah, I know now. So anyway, go ahead, Mama. I'm sorry.
Well, I think our business relationship works out good, because first, even if we rewind to even meeting each other and being engaged and coming into this marriage, it was God appointed. We both got to a point in our life where we surrendered to God's will, and we asked. He prayed for a wife daily, and I prayed for a husband. So this was a relationship that came together for God-given purpose. So we recognize wholeheartedly that our purpose of being together is to service. We are here to service. So it's not just about us, even though sometimes it feels like it's just, like he says, like, I'm probably way more, and I'll admit it, I'm way more probably stubborn than he is, but where I'm weak, he is strong, and vice versa. And that is just the true definition of God when he does have that patience with me, because it's really testing at times. But that's how we keep it. I can honestly say it's not a joke. It's not nothing that we just say just because it sounds good. We know it's a higher purpose. So Terry will tell me, like, if we got to do a video or a motivation day, he'll be like, I know you're upset, but we still got to do our purpose today. He will literally say that, and I'm the stubborn one, and I'm like,
I know he be calm about it too, because you can tell he more calm about it.
And that's what pees you off more.
I know.
Like, why are you so calm?
I'm right.
But he's so. When I say he's so, grounded in Christ, I mean, he'll get up in the morning and pray and stuff, and I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I even forget, but he don't play about the Lord. So that keeps us grounded, knowing that we were put together on assignment. It's not just about us, and we feel it on a spiritual level. And I tell people all the time, there's a lot of marriages, but there are only a few soul connections, and I think sometimes we don't wait for our soul connection.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Because she is so right. I'm sorry. Say that. Just say that whole. Y'all just listen to the words. Say that whole thing again. You said. Say it again.
So there are a lot of marriages. There are a lot of couples that come together.
A lot.
But there are very few soul, spiritual connections. And that's what most call soulmates, right? But it's literally God appointed, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying she's speaking the truth because, like I say, I learned. So that is some awesome stuff. And like I said, to me, I'm not mad. I'm enlightened, so I'm good because now I know next time, oh, I'm awesome. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Because I know it. I know now. I know. So I'm grateful. And it's not even a rush for me. I'm like, you know what, Ebony doing Ebony. It's all working. We good. It's all working. I'm not out there rushing. I just let Ebony do Ebony right now. Tunnel vision. And then go ahead, Mama. I'm sorry.
But see, that's the cool thing about soul, because once you're open to love, and then once not only, but you believe in it.
Yes.
That is what I noticed. And I know we kind of sidetracked, but that's what I noticed with a lot of our past mistakes. And the mistakes that I see in some of my clients is that once you stop believing, you push it away. Whatever blessing you don't believe you deserve, you're pushing it further away.
Why I be trying to tell people? I was like,
Exactly.
oh my God, all these people. I say, do you know you are blocking like a lot of blessings? I don't care what I went through beforehand. It just left me a taste in my mouth. And this, I said, dude, or. Well, see, I'm telling on myself. Yeah. I'll be like, dude, you blocking all types of blessings because all types of, right? Beautiful women and intelligent and who are like-minded like you or who are blessing you or like I say, compliment you. I say you are, oh, well. Yeah. And then I said, well, then you gonna die lonely then because I said, and I be telling people, and I'm like, the hell with you. I was like, I'm getting married again because I'm open to it and I'm fine. It's just not a rush. I am good. But I feel that I will know when it comes, and I will know. But I'm good. I'm just doing my thing, going through my motions. But it seemed like you wanted to say something. Is there something you want to add?
Right. So as long as you walk into that light, God honors that, and you speak it into the universe.
Oh,
so,
I do.
Right. So as long as you continue to be open, God again will honor that, and He will bring it past in your path.
Yeah.
So, but you got to be open to it.
Yeah. And I'm with you. And that's what I say. I was like, I'm open to it. And I was like, we'll cross paths. I already know. And I just like, take care of my future. Just make sure he's okay.
Right.
And you know about me. But until then, I do what I do, and I don't have an attitude with anyone. It is what it is, and I'm cool, and I'm friends. Right. We're cool, and I want everyone to do well. Right. I don't wish ill will on no one. I want everybody to do well and do okay and be loved and give love because to me, God in heaven lives within you. Yeah. So you got to understand you exude that.
That's right. And it's important to understand, just to sidetrack, I know we're going off track a little bit.
No, this is good stuff.
But when you say, you release people in love, that's very important when you're going into a new season of your life.
Yes.
Because a lot of people get upset when relationships end because they feel like there's still something left to gain. But if there was something left to gain, God would keep you in that relationship. Yeah. So there's nothing left to gain in that relationship, Yeah. So you want to be ready to go into the lesson's been learned. And when you have those toxic, repetitive relationships, he and I both dated narcissist people before. So we've had that. And some lessons, I tend to have a harder head than him. He got it pretty early on, and I just kept relearning it. But it's like, that's what brings you together. So it's like, I even the people that say, oh, no. At one point in time, for a short period of time, I was like that. Like, girl, I'm not worried about no man right now. Lying. Like, because, with us women, we got a habit of doing that. Lying. And then I told somebody recently, after a while before we met, I started to embrace love.
Yes.
I started that, because you can't help to feel a little hate when you're insecure and you're in a dark place. Especially getting out of a relationship, when you see all these people that have been together, you like, I'm sick of them on my timeline together. But, now we're that couple, and we got friends that be like, I'm so sick of y'all, but I love y'all. But it's like, when you can embrace other people's happiness.
I do. I'll be putting hearts. I'll be like, yes.
Keep it
up. Please.
It comes to you. I told my sister, I started following marriage pages. This is the law of attraction.
Yes.
If you haven't studied, I started looking at Black Love. That's like my favorite page, Black Love. Yeah. I stopped watching all that, tell them how you feel about those shows where
I don't watch
cheat
any of them.
And all that.
Because I don't like to bring that into my household, and not even just on TV shows, but if I know a couple guys out there that's cheating on their wives and stuff like that. Again, I don't judge anybody, but at the end of the day, that's not what I'm about,
right?
So I learned, you are who you hang around.
Right.
And, you know,
Yeah.
certain energies will, you know, transform and, you know, kind of come off on you if you put yourself in certain kind of predicament. So all that, you know, cheating on your wife and stuff like that, and even watching it on TV, I don't put that into my mental frame because I love my wife and I would never cheat on my wife, you know, because I hold myself to a higher power, which is God, and I got to answer for that, you know, at the end of the day.
Of course.
So I don't even, you know, put that in my space or my energy.
And that's awesome because basically he's saying, and this is with anything you do, you always surround yourself with like-minded people. And what I mean, positive like-minded people, because some people can be negative and you negative too, and then you're all with your whole negative group of friends, and everybody got negative stories that they constantly tell every morning and all day long. That stuff make my damn head hurt. So I don't deal with it. I don't. I do have friends that'll call because they might be going through a couple things and they'll just vent. But after that, we cackling and laughing on the phone. At the end, I'm like, see, now, I said, you feel good right now? And they be like, yeah. So now that you feel good at this moment, that's when you go and you start speaking all your words of affirmation. You put all that into your universe because you're actually genuinely feeling good at this moment. Instead of you just put it all out there and speak it while you're in that realm of feeling good.
That is so true.
We don't play no game. I told you we don't play no game. That's why I needed them on here. Oh, my God.
Right.
Okay, so that was good. Oh, my gosh, I think we got off track. So the husband and wife stuff. So with them working together, you answered the first question. I think we just got off track. And then you said, my question is, what tips do you give? And this is for married couples, or even not even married, but people that just been together for a long time because you married. Y'all living together, you married. So what tips do you give as far as like trying to start a business together? Because, you know, a lot of people, they come together, and boy, and those like minds, y'all come together with that creativity, boy, and y'all like a force to be reckoned with when you put that work together and just foundation. So what tips do you give for, I guess, people that are trying to work together but like, or it's just,
So I would say first you want to keep a higher power first. Because if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything.
First and foremost, keep up.
Right, first and foremost. Also, then you want to sit down with your partner to say, hey, you know, what is on your mind? What do you believe that we both can bring to the table as far as like to be a force to, you know, to the people that, you know, like she stated earlier, as far as service. You know?
Like that.
Also, you got to come up with, you know, let's keep it real. Things requires money.
It does.
So you got to have, you know, good, you know, money habits of, you know, saving money, putting money to the side and say, hey, this is for our dream and, you know, this is for our goals, you know, put it in a, you know, separate bank account, not touch it or anything like that. So those are some great tips to help jumpstart the business.
And I think just to piggyback off of that, I think that's the main thing. You don't want to be out of divine order. Unfortunately, I know, and I'll explain what I mean by that, but I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but when you're going into business, I wouldn't recommend going into business with a boyfriend or somebody you're not married to or somebody you're just fornicating. And believe me, in my days of darkness,
We gonna keep it real.
I'm not acting like I'm better.
Right,
I've had some
right.
days of darkness.
She's speaking from experience.
But I'm just telling you, when I can see both sides of the spectrum, you can see God's hand over literally everything that we planned together, from our wedding, from our move, from everything. You had God's favor.
And you can tell too, when stuff just be all effortlessly, and you be like, damn,
you have God's favor.
Yes.
I can't stress it enough. I feel bad for people who have a bitterness from divorce and they no longer believe in marriage, because there are a lot of people who like, we all felt that way in the beginning. We don't listen to stuff like that.
I don't either.
Because we're like, no, we're not going to force ourselves to believe that this is only a season. We know the power of God. So that's why a foundation is so important. You don't want to be out of divine order when it comes to mixing money, because you know money is like it could be a gift and a curse.
If you're not
mixing money
on the
with
same
somebody.
level.
And I wouldn't. I personally, looking back, I mean, I could probably 10 years ago I probably wouldn't have said this, but now I couldn't see myself going into business with somebody that doesn't hold themselves to a higher power. Because it's like when stress happens, then who are we calling on? Ourselves? We're praying to ourselves. Like, don't call me because I don't got the power to make things happen. So I think that would be an important tip. And lastly, you know, like he said, we have different purposes in life. Even though we're husband and wife, it's so important, and we had the conversation the other day where I don't ever want his purpose to pull him over and try to make him conform, because I've done it a couple times, and God had to check me and say, look, he's got his own lane, because you know we are in the business together, so you know I may have an idea that I try to bestow upon him, and he's like, no, that's not what God is telling me to do. God is telling me, and I'm like, well, God is telling me. And so you have to understand that we are all here on assignment, but we're on different assignments, but we can work together on
Exactly.
them. And his assignment, like he said, he has a heart for troubled inner city youth. That's his heart because that's what he's been through. That's what he can relate to. I have a heart for teen moms. You know, I have a heart for just average adults looking for a place to go, a place of refuge. So that is important, allowing, you know, your partner to have his purpose, and it doesn't have to mirror yours, but you guys can make it, you know, make it one somehow, some way. Like, he's not into hair, you know, that's my other
He
business.
probably like, what is that?
That's not his thing. But he will get down and promote some hair.
What?
And let me tell you something. My business partner here on the Wonder Wigs line is like, he's might not be into hair, but he knows where his lane is at and what he's good at, which is talking. So if you can come in with your purpose, that your God-given purpose is talking and the ability to sell, then you can still help me with my purpose. So
see what I mean, y'all? And see, now that's when we speak to, speak from experience. And then what's something else I want to throw out there, because like I say, I'm single, so, but I'm open for, and that's where I'm at. But I feel that when she say best friend and being friends, that's something that I learned. Instead of just, we getting married, like, do you even know him? Like, are y'all even friends? Do y'all even get along? Like, you got to be best friends. You got to be, like, good friends, like, to the point where, like, if something just detrimental happen and you butt naked in an alley somewhere, they come right along and scoop you right on up and keep it moving, because that's how close. That's scary. Like, that's how close, and it ain't no judging. It's like, no, I know they coming. That's the friendship that's necessary. Okay, it's very necessary. So that really made me happy. So that was the tips. Now I know you said, when you said disagreements, I know you said something, because when it's a disagreement, I know he says, let me go.
Yeah.
But what do you do when he's disagreeing with you? What do you do? Because you're more stubborn. See, she don't even want to get into it.
He knows. I normally conform. He knows me by now. He knows that I might not agree initially.
Right,
but he'll say things like, You'll understand tomorrow, because he knows it takes me time. And then I'm a Capricorn, so change doesn't work good with me. So when sometimes he wants to just change something, and I'm like, no, I push against it. But then, like I said, I eventually will change my mind, So it's like, our disagreements, we do have disagreements, but I can be honest, they normally don't last more than a day.
See what I mean?
Yeah, like,
yes.
I could be so mad at him, like, today at 3 o'clock, and tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I'm all like, hey, man. And you're like, I was so mad. Like, I was so mad.
Understand.
And that's but he gets mad at me sometimes, too, but he's got more patience.
You can tell.
Yeah. What you do when you get mad at me, sir?
So when I get mad at you,
he's calm.
It is what it is. I know eventually, like she said, shit come around.
Yeah.
And I just, I pray in secret.
Yeah.
And let God do his thing, because I like to hold God accountable.
Yeah.
When you say, I will never leave you or forsake you, I need you right now, God. Take care of the situation.
Sir.
And I learned how to pick and choose my own battles.
He said God on me all the time. I'm like, why you always telling? She said, as soon as I lay him out, I'm going to pray about this.
I'm like, why y'all telling God with that?
You got to tell everything.
Yeah. You see this right here? Now, that's pure love. That's friendship. And that's just all it is. So I'm happy about this. So where can they follow you? So if people want to get in touch, you have T. Audra with the what is the life coaching? Yes, mommy.
Yes.
The life coaching. Look, I'm up here. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Life coach, because I love it, because she already told me what she does, and she gets it in. And then you have Mr. Terry here with the motivational speaking and so forth. So how can they get in touch with you? Follow you? Phone numbers or to websites to all. Why y'all? She's silly. I see that. But
so we have an Instagram page.
Okay.
And the TNT Growth Project, both me being a life coach and him being a motivational speaker.
All in one?
It's all in one.
Okay.
It's one business, it's one entity. So you can follow us on Instagram at TNT_Growth Project. Again, that's the letters TNT_Growth Project.
Oh my God, the T-shirt. He just did it. Okay.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Yeah, you can see it too. Look on the camera, but you can really see it. You know what he is so. We got
a T-shirt. We also just recently started a podcast. That's super exciting. That it will be available on iTunes. And we have a YouTube channel, TNT Growth Project. A lot of our videos that we've done as a couple and as individuals. He has a motivational speech that he just posted up on there.
You are an overcomer.
You are an overcomer is with
You
the
are
title.
overcomer.
Yeah, that's on our
on the
YouTube channel. And for right now, we are building our website from scratch. So we want it to be perfect, but I am offering a free consultation. It's a free 45-minute consultations. I do that for life coaching.
Okay.
I do that on the for the purpose of really identifying what the client needs and whether or not I can help them. Because every client coach situation is not ideal.
Right.
So I do offer free consultations. Again, that's 45 minutes. To schedule a consultation or to book my lovely husband here for a speaking engagement, if you need to get motivated, whether it be with the youth or at a job or at a a corporate building, he can do it all. You can reach us via email, TNT, that's again the letters, TNTgrowthproject@gmail.com. Yeah.
They're not playing no games in these streets, y'all. They're keeping it so well, and they're flourishing, and they're moving ahead, they're pushing forward, and they are growing. So you will be seeing more of them because whenever they need, they already know. People know when y'all need me, y'all call me, y'all get in touch with me, y'all know how I am. Like I say, it's enough for everyone. Enough success, enough love, enough to spread all of that, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So we're going to, we'll go ahead and get on out of here, but I just want to tell everybody, keep moving forward because I want if you got something that you want to close out with. But I tell everyone, jump. If you got something that you want to do, you got something that you want to say, you have something, you jump. Do not listen to other people talking about, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, no, you got to do it. No, you don't. You do what you feel because that's what, start being at one with yourself. Try to learn to be at one with yourself. Be more aware. And when I say be more aware, it's just, it's a lot. But it's good. It's like a lot stuff because I'm still learning. I'm not perfect, but I'm still learning. But I'm so grateful for it. To be able to make that mistake and then have the opportunity to do it again makes me happy for me to say, well, I'll just do it better the next time because I have the opportunity to do it again. So I'm grateful for that. Anything I want to say? Y'all good? We good?
We are good. Thank you for having us,
thank you
Ouch
so much for
Girl. We had so much fun. As always, I love her.
And the last thing I do want to say, y'all, I don't know if y'all remember T. Audra. I had her on there with her sister. She does Wonder Wigs. She has her own, the website up. She's on Instagram. We follow each other on there. But she does everything. Yeah. So the Wonder Wigs, y'all, she plays them. But when I say you can't, y'all, she lays it down. So I'm just letting y'all know, Wonder Wigs.
With a Z.
With a Z. It's Wonder Wigs, WIGZ, wigs.com.
Yep.
All right, I love all of you. I thank you. Keep pushing forward. Keep staying positive. And get out of your own way. Ouch, girl. Yes.